Christianity is because of the brainwashing in the schools and the colleges. Because European education is about misinformed, and they get you as a child. Now, when you get misinformed as a child, it's going to bond with you as an adult. And what's going to happen, that the longer the misinformation continues, the harder it is to get rid of, because misinformed thoughts are going to fight.
We are affected by our environment, what we're told. Sorry, sir, what's your name?
I'm Yeshua.
Yeshua.
Yeah, Yeshua.
Yusuf, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too, Yusuf.
Can I just ask, like the bottom line, like we would say the bottom line is, what do you understand as God, creator, and what do you understand as the purpose we're here for?
Yeah, well, we in African spirituality, we call God Atum, or we call him the master architect.
Okay.
Right? A modern term for Atum in my time now, I'm calling him the master architect. Right now, the master architect basically is what you call endless possibilities. That's why I was just saying to this brother now, if you imagine this to be the night sky, and you'll see the stars, right?
Yeah.
Now, always embedded, those stars are always embedded into what was the so-called nothingness. That so-called nothingness is the master architect in the unformed state. Because when the master architect forms physical objects, there's always unformed material left over to continue forming. That's the magic. So out of the unformed material, he will form all of these things out of the formless material. And there's always formless material left over, because that formless material had no beginning and it has no end. So when you understand that, you become filled with pure beauty.
But you believe...
You know, I said that when I look up into the night sky and I see the formed and the unformed, which is always, like I said to you just now, whenever the master architect forms, he never separates from what he's formed. He cannot, because the formless is everywhere, always. So you're looking at what I call endless possibilities.
Okay. So do you believe in a God and one God?
You see, the thing is, when you say about the one God, you're actually quoting, but you would know, you're quoting from a very famous Sultan, Kemetic Sultan called Akhenaten. Now Akhenaten, right, he came around 1200 BC. And what Akhenaten did at that time, he felt that in Kemet, we had basically, the whole idea of African spirituality had become too complicated, because as far as he was concerned, we had all these different names for the different types of, call it deities, but they were really
gods and sub-gods and demigods. And
they was really explaining the different elements of creation. For some Africans, it was a bit complicated. So Akhenaten said, I'm going to simplify it again. We're going to come back to the one God philosophy. So Christianity and Islam, they've ran with that. You've ran with what Akhenaten said, but they don't tell you that.
I disagree. But
you disagree, but then look at this. Akhenaten lived before Islam and Christianity.
I disagree. But no, my point is, before we discuss what Islam says or Christianity says, or what term could I use other than Egyptology?
Well, don't use that. You can say chemitology. That's good.
Chemic philosophy.
You're getting rid of your racism.
Okay, no problem. I don't think it's racist. But anyway, my point is, even if you put that aside, do you believe that there's one all-powerful God?
See, like I said, I've already said, the master architects, I love them because they're he and she. I love them forever.
So that's two?
Yeah, they're he and she.
Okay.
It's he and she, basically. It's male and female.
And which one was first?
Neither one of them, they always existed together.
Okay, which one is dominant?
Neither one is dominant. They both have different roles in creation, in their formed state and in their unformed state.
Okay.
So basically...
so that's, but then the second thing, what do you think? Do you believe that this he and she created us?
Well, I've just said, as I said, the formless, the master architects,
Architects.
The master architects, right, create everything in its formless state.
Okay.
And they always remain in their formless state whilst they created the formed state. Now, what I will say is this, for me, see, I'm so glad that I've recognized my ancient African spirituality, being a melanated being, because the African spirituality is the only thing that's going to really connect with me, because I'm a melanated person, right? And if I want to go really, really deep, they've already done it, because they were the first people in creation. But the goal of creation, like I said, the goal is for me, like I said, if you can do it in Islam, fine. If you can be a good person, right? Person not greedy, no racism, no fascism, no wars, no homosexuality, no lesbianism, all of that evil garbage. If you can do it in Islam, great. I'm doing it in my African spirituality. Can we bond out them something there? We bond that.
Okay, from what you said, what's your evidence?
You see, as I said, I can't, you see, what it is, I can't teach you that, because you have to see it yourself. It's for you to elect yourself. See, someone who's already...
But can you, regardless of me, anyone, can you present them evidence?
I'm coming. If I see a man with this, right, I know he's on my level. Or I wouldn't say my level, I know that he is elected himself to follow what I follow. So
your understanding.
Yeah. So whereas you've not elected yourself to follow what I follow. So basically,
just a man wearing that, how can you come to the conclusion he's on what? Because he might be just wearing it for fashion.
Yeah, some people do.
So again, that doesn't explain what the guy was asking you, because this symbol, right, it has a meaning for you.
That's right.
And it has a spiritual meaning.
That's right. Yeah.
Somebody can go and buy this, but it doesn't have a spirit. It just looks good.
That's right. But
so this is not it's not a criteria, because what he's asking you is something that's external as evidence that we can validate.
Like I said, whatever I say to you, you may not be ready to accept it. So for me,
no, but you have to give us that benefit.
No, I don't.
Of the doubt.
I don't, because I don't. What I said, is that as long as if Islam can stop you being a racist, a fascist, a scumbag, somebody who supports homosexuality, an exploiter, all these disgusting things that human beings are doing now, right? If Islam can stop you doing it, good for you. No, that's all what matters. There's nothing else.
But how do you know that's all that matters? That's the point.
To me, that's all what matters.
That's to you. To you.
So
what is? Can I just say something?
Yeah.
When we have these discussions, it's easy if we have a simple foundation. Okay.
It is simple. The foundation is that you are to be a good human being. That's it.
Let me finish.
And you have to find a way of life that's going to allow you to be a good human being. And you know what a good human being is, isn't it?
Let me finish. Let me make my point, if you don't mind.
Go on.
Okay. Yeah. My point is, regardless of whatever angle we're coming from, okay, we need a claim. So we make it clear what our claim is. Okay. Second is, that claim, it requires evidence. And third is, we explain how does the evidence support the claim.
As I said, brother.
So let me make a point very clearly. So look, my claim is that there's one God, Allah. He alone deserves to be worshipped.
This is arrogant.
Let me finish.
But you're being arrogant.
Let me finish. This is my claim. We can discuss if it's arrogant or not, no problem. But let me finish. He sent messengers to teach mankind how to live, who he is.
So what are you trying to do now? Are you trying to convert me?
Let me finish. Let me just finish. He sent messengers and books to show mankind how to live their life. And we're going to have a day when we return to him and we're going to be judged. And then we're going to be rewarded or punished. That's my claim.
You're better off saying humankind, not mankind, humankind. Because when you say mankind, again, that's patriarchy. Yeah, because it's man. Where's the woman? So you have to say humankind.
Anyway.
African spirituality is all about male and female. This is, you see here?
No, but let me just finish.
That's the womb of the woman. And here's the tekenu. Tekenu is kinetic for penis. So the two come together to create life. And you have the foundation with the male will be there as the foundation of the family, and the female is the head of the family. And we work together to raise children and so forth. Okay. So when you say mankind, again, me not going to deal with that, because again, it's
no problem.
To women anyway,
let me finish my point. So this is what we believe. This is my claim. And then my evidence for the claim is we believe the Creator sent a final messenger, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who came with the Quran and taught this. So if we let me finish. If we have time for everything I say, I can show you from the Quran this claim. So I expect when you make your claim, I expect you to say, well, this is written.
No, I'm not making no claim.
You are.
I'm
You
not
are.
making a claim.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
are.
making no claim. No, I'm not. No,
Yeah.
you said I am.
Yeah.
I ain't making no claim.
Yeah.
That's what you said, right? But I've already told you straight that Islam and Christianity,
Yeah.
right, is taken from my African spirituality that
That's a claim.
predates it. You see?
And it
For
requires
hundreds of thousands of years.
and requires evidence.
Oh, the evidence is there.
Okay, present it then.
The evidence there. Even our ancient African teacher called Ptah, right? The whole idea of praying to the east.
So where
That's
did
Ptah?
But okay.
And Ptah, Ptah was already carved in stone doing it. Ptah, he's carved in stone, praying
Okay.
to the east and kissing the earth. That's all ancient
Okay.
African spirituality.
So that's your evidence.
That predates Mahat.
So your
Even
evidence is a statue.
Arabia itself
Yeah.
was a Mahatian nation, 2200 BC. Arabia was one of the most Mahatian places. Arabia practiced African spirituality even as far back as 2200 BC, way before Islam has been created.
No, Islam is not
Yeah, but
created.
you've not done your research, have you? What you've done, someone gave you the Quran and that's all you've done.
No, but
you've never looked beyond
I
the
think
Quran.
you're getting agitated.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm
then-
giving you facts.
Then let me say then, because when you say a fact,
What research have you done?
Uh-huh.
What research have you done?
let me finish that.
No, what research have you done to check if Islam is repeated in other spiritual faiths? Have you researched any of that to check?
Okay.
Have you done a check?
Okay.
I suggest that you do a check. You see, what I'm
How
saying.
do you
No,
know
no,
he-
no,
hang
no.
on, How do you know he hasn't
But
done a check?
By what he said.
The problem is, look,
he said
you're
that-
addressing things.
He said that the Quran is the messenger of God, right?
No,
Muhammad is a messenger. No
Muhammad.
problem. Muhammad is a
Muhammad,
messenger,
yeah.
and he brought the Quran.
That's right. So I know that basically from what you're saying, I can tell.
Yeah.
Right, the reason why I can tell that you see what it is, is
Let
that
me tell you, you don't have
I'm
to.
coming.
Yeah, I can make it clear to
what
you.
I can see,
Yeah.
right, is
Yeah.
that basically a lot of non-African people,
Yeah.
they have a problem
Are you being
with
racist?
African spirituality.
Are you being racist?
In what way am I being racist?
Because if you're implying because someone's African and they've got melanin, they can understand.
No,
And if someone's
I'm
not
saying that-
African,
I'm-
and if they don't have melanin, they have less understanding. That's what you're implying.
Yeah, but no.
That's what you're implying.
What I'm implying is that what you've got to do,
Yeah.
you're going to go and study African spirituality.
Okay.
The
listen.
reason why, because when you
Aye.
study that, then I believe what it would hopefully you'd have more respect for Africa. What you need, you need to be a person who has respect for the knowledge that created Islam, which is African spirituality.
I
Right
disagree
now,
with you.
You don't have that respect.
I
for
disagree
it.
with you.
But okay, you
but
said the African
'Cause you've not
spirituality.
studied it.
No, let me finish.
Okay.
What I see here is, look, I'm going to say honestly, is you've explained what you believe.
Yeah.
For me, from my understanding, it's a claim until you're able to bring evidence. So, for example, if you
No,
said,
I don't listen,
Let
brother.
me-
I
let me
don't
finish,
wish
let me
to. I
finish.
don't wish to convert it to nothing. I said
let
that
me
as long as you're a
finish.
decent
Let
human
me
being,
finish.
you can go and live your life. I don't need you into it. I don't wish you to be involved in anything that I'm involved in.
are you worried about what I might say? Because you seem to be cutting
No,
me.
there's no
Because
worries.
you're cutting me though.
No, because
well,
you're
cutting
saying-
me. Like
you're
you're
saying
talking about
that you
respect.
claim-
You're talking about respect.
You're
But
saying
it should
that
be two
you claim,
ways.
right?
You're saying a lot of things
and
which
you're
I
speaking as
yeah.
if to say that I have to convince you of something. I do not have to
No,
convince you of nothing.
You don't have to convince me.
Exactly,
But
so
I'm
that's
saying
it.
if you make a claim, you should have. If someone asks you for evidence and you have it, you should be happy to
I
give
have
it.
got evidence, but like I said, you're
Yeah.
not in any position spiritually to.
Based on the colour of my skin?
No, you're not in.
That's racism.
You're not in a spiritual position.
Now you accused him of something, of being arrogant.
Because I wasn't
Now,
African.
You're not being arrogant because you know nothing of him. You know nothing of his ability or what he's researched or what he hasn't researched.
Here's the fact. You're not in a position at this point in time.
To agree with you.
No, not agree. It's not agree. It's never works.
No, let him finish.
Yeah.
Basically, I want to say, well, I would just say that you're not ready for the philosophy that I deal with. Well, because the fact that he's
No, but you
we're
have
having
to
this
to
discussion.
come to that conclusion. You have to present your philosophy.
You're saying it again because I don't wish to convert him to nothing. He can go and live his life.
No, but you're-
however,
you're not
I've
converting.
stated
You
I've
said-
stated that Islam and Christianity
Yeah.
is taken from African
a
spirituality.
claim.
All the brothers said,
It's
where's
a
the
claim.
evidence?
Well, I said I can't help you because go and research it. It's all on the
In other
internet.
words, you don't have it.
On the internet.
Oh no, well, I
Okay.
see. What it is.
Just be honest. You don't
No,
have
no,
it.
no, like,
Brother, I don't mind whether you say I don't have evidence. As far as I'm concerned.
okay, you haven't presented
You're living in
evidence.
denial. You're living in
You just
denial.
don't want to admit.
No, hang on.
You're
no,
living in
keep the-
denial.
keep
No,
the
no,
conversation
sorry.
here.
Yeah, but you're living in denial. Look, even this symbol.
No, let
and
me talk
these
now,
words,
sir.
yeah?
Let me
I'm
talk.
coming. These words,
Yeah.
right?
So you're gonna let me talk now? Yeah.
Right? Which words of divinity. In our Mejoneto, all of the spiritual knowledge which has gone into Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, all of these faiths is recorded in here.
Okay.
It's already recorded in there.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that when you say I don't have evidence, I can give you the name of one book which you can go and look up on the internet, and it's called yoga.
Okay.
If you look up Egyptian yoga, that guy,
I will look up the book.
Walter Ashby, look him up, and he gives so ample references of where Islam and Christianity has taken
Can I ask you
ideas from to create themselves out of Mahat.
Where did he get this information from?
Oh, you know what, brother? This is an endless argument. That Walter Ashby, he reads the Mejoneto. You have to be able to read the Mejoneto. It's in the
Okay.
Mejoneto. And it's in many temples across ancient Kemet.
Okay.
It's written in words of divinity.
So, no, Akram, sorry. So we can agree, we can agree with honesty and sincerity that you presented your position,
Yeah.
but we are not in a position, or you're not at the present time, you're not willing to present any evidence.
So what's more important to you?
so-
Is it more important to be a decent human being?
let me finish,
Or
let me
is it
finish.
to go out and try and get people to follow Islam? What is important?
No, it's,
No.
What is it? No, answer it though.
Question,
what is
answer.
What is important?
Okay, are you going to let me answer without interrupting?
Go on and answer it.
Okay.
What is important? Is it important to this is my question. Is it important to you to be a decent human being, or is it important to go out and try and convert people to Islam?
Okay.
Go on, answer it.
I will.
Yeah.
I'm not worried to answer it.
Go on.
For me,
I don't like cameras, by the way. I don't want
okay.
cameras on me.
no.
I'm going to go now because that's against. I hate those things.
Okay, if you don't like
Rechnology.
it, no, if you don't like the camera can come
Yeah,
off.
it's
okay.
rechnology.
But your
And it
speaker's
goes big on
technology as
stupid
well.
YouTube.
But your speaker's technology as well.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but
let me-
I'm not invading your privacy. I'm not filming you.
Let me answer the question. Let me answer the question.
Islam, how are you?
Other people can benefit from the conversation. Let me answer my
Go on,
question.
go.
When we say a decent human being,
Yeah.
our definition of a decent human being is defined by the Creator as a human being, by revelation. So for us, a decent human being is one who recognizes the one alone who deserves to be worshipped, and they try to live their life according to that. And I
Have
can
a good
provide the
day.
evidence.
Have a good
No
day.
problem, sir. Take care. Alhamdulillah.